Alright, welcome back everyone. Welcome to Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon by our very own AEtienne. AEtienne, are you ready?
I'm ready when you want.
Alright.
We're live? Oh, okay, so hello everyone and welcome to Bloodstained Curse of the Moon on Switch. So we will go in this, some Castlevania-like games as you will see. So we'll play on the normal mode and veteran because we are not a casual here, we are speedrunners. So if you are ready on the timers, it will start in 3, 2, 1, go! Thank you! And here we are in this awesome Castlevania-like game. This game is really like Castlevania 3. We have an entire crew of members, and here we are with our very first character, Zangetsu. So Zangetsu is a demon hunter. So this is basically the story of this guy. So he will just slay demons. Here we go. So I will not dive too far into the lore, but it's really interesting in this series. Bloodstained already released 3. Oh, here we go for the very first. Here we go, damage boost. Skipping a whole part of this very first levels. I will go for novel damage boost here, and here we go again. So the music of this game first is speaking of is a huge banger. Every single one. So I will be, really hype during this entire run. Every time I run these games, I try to be a little bit quiet because I love all of the soundtracks, but let's not do that for the moment. Choo-choo! There we go on the train. A train with a lots of things that will, fall like this, but that's fine. I just have to jump. So like every single Castlevania games, there is no tiny jumps. There is no big jumps. There is no different type of high in your jumps. When you just jump. That's you just be very astute about when you jumps because that will always be the same. So once again, many damage boost here. Just being careful to just every things going fine with those damage boosts. I will go for some, it's not something like the holy water in Castlevania. This is some sort of a seal, dealing a lot of damage to enemy or staying on the same place. I will change my weapons once again with the ball and chains because purple lantern always contain weapons. That's very useful. And here we are with the very first boss, the train itself. So the strategy of this boss is kind of easy. It's kind of easy to understand to have a one cycle. So I will go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there we go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A jump. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's not bad. I should have bring enough damage to do a one cycle. Just hit here. Ah, I miss it here. That should be bad. Missing the very last input. Anyways, that was not a one cycles, but die. There we go. And like every single boss of these games, he will have a final attack. Here we go for the Kamehameha! But he's dead. And when you don't get hit by those final attacks, you get an extra life. That will be absolutely useless for the speedruns, as you expect. As you can see on the top right, there is my weapons, my weapons counter, 00 to 20. That's really important to finish every single bosses on these games without having any single point of weapons, because those points will be transformed into scores, into points at the end of the stage, and that's lose you time. So I will do a quick jump here to avoid Zangetsu to have a tiny stop at the end of this levels, and we pick up our very first the second crew member, Miriam. Miriam is also the main character of Ritual of the Night, another game of the Bloodstained series. And I can switch character like this with using my triggers, but also that's freeze the game for a tiny amount of time. That was a bad jump. For a tiny amount of time. So we try to doing that as less as possible. But we will use Miriam for the most of the stage. So what's about this new character? Miriam jumps a little bit higher and also have a slide, as you just saw. I will just pick up some extra health here. So she use a whip. So she's definitely the Bellman. She's definitely Simon Bellman, and like in the Castlevania series. When those rocks have eyes like this, there are no rocks. There are frogs. So I really have to take care about them. So once again, it's using the things of these rooms to be a little bit faster. Here we go for some more damage boost, and ush. And here we go again with Zangetsu this time. Ush. And the very last one here. Ush. Because those guys have a lot of HP. I will use another weapons of Zangetsu, the burst, but I can transfer the burst by switching weapons to Miriam's, giving her just enough of power to beat those guys in one hit. So that's kind of useful. Some Zubats. I'm also a Pokemon speedrunner, you know, especially on Pokemon Swords. And there is Zubat in these games. Yeah, I hate that. So take care about them. The main problem, the main difficulties about those type of games like Castlevania is not especially your life bar. It's enemies like those Zubats earlier who can just make you knock back and pushing you into the void, and you're dead. So basically, this is why this is dangerous. And here we go for my big axe. There we go. I like big axe. That will be our main weapons for the most of these runs with Miriam, because here we go, good damage boost. Because the big axe dealing 5 damage. This is 5 more times powerful than the whips. So that's, yeah, it's just too powerful. There we go, good damage boost. So second boss. Are you ready to count with me to 10, your everyday speedrunner?
I'll see if I can make it past 4.
Okay, so count with me in Dutch to 10. I will count in French. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 et 10. Oh, that's a miss. But anyways, I count 10 hits here, especially because I have now to carry many axe shots. And there we go. And the very last one. Plong! And you're dead. So now I just have to waiting the final attack. Yep. Oh, damn. A little bit too early. Anyways. So no extra life. But that's fine. I'm in 0 points on weapons, so we'll not lose any times with the score here. And we will get a new crew member, the mighty alchemist Alfred. But we can also decide to kill the crew member with Zangetsu here, and that's bringing him, first that's bring a different ending of the games, and also that's bring Zangetsu extra abilities like a double jump, like a dash, like a different slide, air slide with these katanas. But yeah, here we will do the 80% no out of bounds, because there is some out of bounds tricks we can do in this run, but the no out of bounds is also really interesting. And yeah, to doing that in a very common way, we will use all of the crew member. There is a category named Zangetsu only when you have to kill all of the crew member. That's also really interesting. I will switch to Miriam. Unfortunately, I switched a little bit too earlier, so I'll lose my big axe. But anyway, I have a backup for that. By the way, I love this music. Yeah, this level is just awesome. So I use a lot of damage boost here, another ones here. And as you can see, I successfully touched those guys 2 times now. My big axe is just here. There we go. I tried to make my whips go out and in of the hitbox of those guys. That's make the whips to touch them 2 times and allow me to 1 hit KO. Instead of just deal with them with only one shot of whips. So that's very useful. And here we go again with Earth. Double hits here. Using the shield because I don't have to deal with those bats. Perfect. I will rebuild the shield here and go into this ladder. Block all of the... There we go, block off the arrow with the shield. The fire, Alfred is really good at magic, as you can see, but this jump is really bad. You have a very bad life bar, and also this hit is, very bad also. So this is a difficult section. I will be... There we go, I have a good cycle. Perfect. I have to be really careful to don't be pushed into the void here. That will be, an instant death. Okay, we're good in terms of weapon number 26. I will be at 30. I'll definitely need 30 point of weapons in this for this boss, because there is a quick kill that we can go with the big axe, the Doria things. If you're also a fan of Ganondorf in Smash Bros. Because I pick up also the magic of Alfred, the Ace Javelin, and the Ice Javelin is really powerful because I can freeze the boss, and the next attack you do to the boss will be double up. And because I will use the big axe after that. That will be a crazy amount of damage. There we go. And Doria, and Doria, and oh. Doria! And that was the first cycle. Yeah, just avoid all of these coins, and that's fine. So yeah, this is this first cycle strat is really interesting to grind off. I was at the beginning when I was grinding Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, that was a very big issue for me to get this ones. But with lots of tips from Bobby the Black Tastix, who also run these games, during basically another marathons, he showed me that in front of me on the PC, and yeah, that was now kinda easy for me. And here we go again for the next level, the big towers. And we pick up a new crew member. Basically, this is Gibel. So Gibel is basically, yeah, it's Alucard, as you will see. If you know Alucard from the Castlevania series, he's a vampire, so he can transform himself into a bat. And the cool things by being a bat, that's also this is the only weapon that Geben can. Oh, anyways, that's fine. This, being a bat, that's the only weapon that Gibel can have. So all of the lanterns in purple, that's normally our weapons, will be transformed into magic, into mana. So that's really useful to grind your your mana, your weapons bar. I mean, like this, because this will be the main things that I have to caring about during that I have to be really astute during this runs. Never be out of weapons when I need. Dealing with this Dogo here, and dealing with this ones. So I'll transform myself into Gibel to transform this lantern into some weapon points. Going carefully over this guy, and here we go. Another lantern, and there is some frogs coming on, so I just have to be careful to deal with them before they touch the ground, because they are really dangerous when they touch it. There we go. Don't touch me. Thank you. That's kind of random here. So another section. There is many different ways to deal with the levels. Most of the time I try to... Oh, give me that. Most of the time I try to go for of course, the fastest way. So some climbing here. So that's very useful. That's the bat. You can also attack with the bat. That costs you, of course, weapons points. And you can also be... Oh, no, that can be... Yeah. Oh, no, that's bad. I was said it can be dangerous to go with that, but anyways, I will go with Zangetsu. Anyways. So things will be a little bit harder now. But honestly, normally you can also kill your entire crew member to recover Gabel at this moment. But you know what? I'm a true I said Bloodstained runner. So let's go with Miriam here. I definitely need this extra. Here we go. Extra weapon stuff. I will go with some safe strats here. I train myself if I lose Gibel here a little bit, so just in case. Normally, of course, I have my vampire. Gibel is really overpowered also with this, not only with the bat, but also with the ability to with this ability to have some sort of a normal attack that becomes really easy to deal with. Another things that you can probably see, you're basically invincible in terms. You cannot be knocked back when you are on the stairs, like you are on classic Castlevania. So that's kind of easy to know that. Arrgh! But I will freeze you and Dolia! And you're dead. And here we go for the second part. So yeah, these big dragons, that's Valak? Valak, I think, yeah. Is, yeah, kind of powerful, of course, but I have the big axe. And Dolia! Freeze you, Dolia! And that's it. Thank you. And here we are now with the stage number 5, by far the best music of the games, in my opinion, of course. It's also the very first music that you will hear in Ritual of the Night. I like those type of yeah, intermissions when you see all of the way you going on. There we go, Thunder the Night. Thunder the Night. Oh my god, this music. So I deal carefully with those, yeah, light, yeah, spooky things, I guess. Go with Miriam, do whips, and here we go again. Oh wait, oh yeah, there was a thing that I didn't speak about. It's also like in Castlevania, your character stop if you try to, if you throw an attack when you are on the ground. So what I always trying to do is to attack when I'm in the air. Because of that, I don't lose any speed. So you see, like this, I lose a little bit of times by standing on the attack. But when I during a jump, I don't lose any time. So that's kind of good. I will switch to Alfred to take a damage boost once again, and here we go. Take this extra mana just here. All of the stuff in the lantern are totally scripted, by the way. So that's really cool for this game, and especially for the speedruns. That's not the case in many other games. So yeah, this is really cool to have a scripted way. Once again, the mighty ice javelins freeze this mid boss. Just have to do one hit, and boom, he's dead. Once again, I use Gibel to transform this lantern into yeah, weapons points. That's cool. Using the bats to take these shortcuts. Once again, dealing carefully with those guys. I will just go for the mighty javelin once again. So very, very useful, as you can see. Now I can pass through all of those guys. Carefully taking this lantern, because I need a lot of weapons to go to the top of this boat. I will take this extra life bar for everyone. We'll also heal Gebel. That's kind of cool. And here we go again, the mighty bat going immediately for this yeah, this ladder, some sort of. Go to Miriam's to do a big jump here, and here we go. Incoming, Andre Alphus, the boss of stage 5. Once again, I will use the mighty combo with the ice javelin and the big axe. And here we go. And Dolia. And once again. And Dolia. And he's dead. But he's not dead anymore. He's not dead. He still has this big attack. Is really anime. Here we go. Falcon kick! And here we go for another one. Whoa! That's dead. Yeah, those boss are really anime. These things also destroy the entire interface, so that's kind of cool. And here we go for stash. 6? Yeah, 6. So this one is really related to Gibel once again. Yeah, the vampire is, yeah, so powerful with this bat. But the problem is the bat also took a lot of weapon points. So this is why I have to be really careful about my weapons, my weapons point during the stage. I will do these extra steps here to getting that, and I will also take a new power for Alfred. As you can see, the lightning magics. The lightning magics is only on the green lantern, and this is probably the most powerful magic of the games, and I will definitely need that for the boss of the stage. because the boss of this stage is kind of annoying. I will go through this guy. So yeah, white knights like this are really powerful. They have lots of HP, so I have to be really careful about that. Go on Miriam. Oh, come on Miriam. There we go. I will just do it safe. This jumps with Miriam is possible, but honestly I'm very bad at doing it. And up. Oh my god, this music. Sorry, I'm too hype when I play these games. Okay, I'm exactly at a good number of weapons. I'm a freaking legend. That's perfect. Because I exactly need 35 to be exactly at 40 here. And going into the beds and doing a... Oh, anyways. You know what? There we go. So these rooms can be tricky if I don't be careful about the cats just here. Transform myself and he will touch me. Anyways, that's fine. You retransform yourself into a humans if you get hit during your bat, but that's also a little bit faster. But of course that costs you a tiny amount of life, and I would like to be a little bit safe, of course, because it's a marathon run. Some extra power points. Once against here, I will carefully go on the top here and deal those with two guys and dash, dash, dash. Getting hits to being a little bit faster out of this, because honestly, normally that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Going for Miriam, jump. And now we got another one, and another one. There we go. Going back to Gibel here, and now I just have to deal with this mighty corridor. Oh, come on. Uh-oh. That should be not enough. Yeah. I did a little bit of mistake, but that's fine. So if you have 24 weapon points at this boss, you can deal entirely with this tile bar, only with the magic tile we use, the mighty lightnings like this. But I can finish him off with Gibel. There we go. That was good. This is bloodless. But she still have this mighty final attack, but I just have to be on this one, and there we go. Oh, I forgot to... Oh, damn it. I forgot to transform myself into a bat to make the weapon point to 0. Because, yeah, as you can see, I lose a tiny amount of time because the weapons points going into the scores. So, incoming stage 7th. Most of the runs... this stage is really run killer, by the way. Most of the runs on the... this is very stressful when you're on a PvP pace and you arrive here. The stage can go wrong in many different ways, especially the second rooms, as you will see. I'll try to, yeah, going very fast from the top. I will take a safe way. And I also need Alfred to going back into the ice like this. That would be very useful for the... Yes, perfect. I got the damage boost onto the things. Oh, no, I forgot to jump with Miriam. Remember, Miriam jump a little bit higher than other people's. Just do a slide into this rat, because I don't want to touch this lantern. I want to stay with my big axe. So let's do a dash here. Here we go, through this guy. So there is the lightning on the left, but honestly, I prefer the combo of the ice, javelin, and the axe for the next boss. I'll go for safety with extra weapons points. So this next room can be tricky with Gibel, but honestly... There we go, perfect. Yeah, I will just freeze this, get a hit for... And that was a very good room. This one also, I would be really careful about... Oh, damn it, that... Mistakes was made. Anyways, as I said, I should try to avoid switching between characters as much as possible, because that frees the games, but also that make the possibility to, yeah, thinking about what happens. And freeze, and Gibel killed that. So we just have to go out of this, yeah, mid-boss section. So I will once again use a trick that I use on the stage 4. I will transfer it to Miriam, jump here, transform, detransform, and I can, yeah, skip the entire level. That's a kind of cool trick here. I just have to be careful about this fairy, and there we go. Oh yeah, I should have to bring that. I forgot that was a good thing to take this one. So there is a good, pretty interesting shortcut to get here. I just have to go with Miriam, the big X, and here we go. Let's get a lot of the level here. So let's continue a little bit with Miriam here before going back to the mighty Gibel to skip this entire zone. This is a really tricky room, by the way. Here you have to deal with lots of platforms with some fairies tracking you and trying to push you into the void. So scary. Can I? Ah, no, I can't. I will do that instead. So I'll go, I guess, for some extra... Yeah, I will go for some extra... there we go. Extra weapon points. That's always useful. And... there we go. Oh, I need that. Here we go. I need 30 here. Perfect. So go back to Alfred with the Ice Javelin. And you know what will happen, because this is once again the boss, Batin. But unfortunately for him, I have the power of the big axe. And Doria! Doria! And Doria! And you're dead. But once again, it is not finished anymore. He's watching JoJo Bizarre Adventure and hurrah! But is dead. So the next level, the final level, will be a huge run to running out of many bugs. So if you have anything to say, you're a video speedrunner before the final boss of this awesome games, just feel free.
All right, let's see. I sadly do not have any donations in right now, so everyone get those donations in because we are raising money for Mind. Mind is a nationwide organization aiming to prevent mental health issues and helping those affected by it or their family. All your donations directly go to Mind.
Thank you. And thank you a lot for all of your donations, past and future. This is definitely for a great cause. I will recover my fire stuff here because that's really that's really useful to deal with those guys, those mighty insects like this. I'll go past to Gibel here, activate those insects, but once again going for a shortcuts here. There we go. This is an hidden door. Perfect. I get a lot of this final level with this. That's intended, of course. I will take those weapon items, weapon points here. So I just have to run. We don't care about the extra life. I have enough. Just jump, and once again go for the Eden's exit here. Here we go. Not very Eden, but yeah, we have to fly. So once again, I will use the ability of Gibel to cut a little bit of this climbing. And there we go. That's so good to be a vampire. So this guy has a little bit of RNG. He can throw a Hadouken, that's the good RNG, and he can dash, that's a bad RNG. And he throw Hadouken, let's go, good RNG, perfect. Let's go back with our friends Alfred with this wonderful shield, making these rooms entirely trivial. So anyone in the crowd have watching the third Indiana Jones? Yeah, the bridge. Ah, there we go. This is also a reference than an older Castlevania. So let's go for some extra stuff here. And I will just take, there we go, the ladder here. Some extra, oh, you know what? There we go, extra life. That's cool. So 40, and there we go. Let's go hype for the final boss, the Demon's Queen's Gramarye. Let's hope for a good RNG here. 2 hands in the head? No, only once. So that means all of the bugs will be on my on side, but that's fine because I just have to spam here and put air at the second phase as soon as I can. And boom, second phase. So basically, why I did these tiny things with the invisible Indiana Jones bridge, it's allowed me to get the lightning magics, making this second phase way more faster. But also it's a safe strat because the world record holder of many different categories in Bloodstained Luxus, in Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, use a different strategy, way harder, less safer, but also pretty impressive with once against the mighty Ice Zeppelin. Ready on the timer, by the way, because also it's a good RNG. We got the yellow moons. Yeah, ready and time. Thank you, crowd. And yeah, but unfortunately, Gremory also have a finish move, a mighty big dark explosions, and we hear that Zangetsu try to protect all of this camarade. And there is a to be continued with a nightmare mode. So if you want to see what's happened next in these games, just pick it up because it's an awesome game. Really, yeah, really retro, lots of retro wave, and it's with so many awesome music. All of the music of this game is a huge banger, so it's to be continued. So that's all for Bloodstained Curse of the Moons. Thank you a lot for the BSG to having the opportunity to show these games, and also a quick shout out to Bobby the Blacktastic. This is because of him that I begin to speedrun these games, and that was really definitely a great pick. So that's it. So here we go back for some Pokemon with Earth Gold, Soul Silver, and Manipulus, if I'm right? No? That's not this one?
Coming up next, Resident Evil 5.
Oh, that's Resident Evil. I'm sorry. I was on the old schedule, so there we go. So it's up to you. You're a speedrunner.
All right, thank you for that amazing run of that amazing game. Like I said before, coming up next, Resident Evil 5 by Yotogami and L. Stay tuned for that.